What it is, what it was, what it could be, y'all. Welcome back to Disc Golf Justice. Today I got 11 different distance drivers and we're gonna find out which one of these flies the furthest. Now I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, because I just want to see which one of these discs goes the furthest for me. And two, I'm still not dead set on which distance driver I want to choose as my go-to. So I'm hoping one of these will really shine out here today and help me make a decision. So I'm out here in this open field and the plan today is to throw all 11 of these distance drivers and the top 5 are gonna qualify onto the next round. I'll throw all 5 of those one more time and then the top 3 will qualify for the final round. And the winner of the top 3 will be deemed champion distance driver and it just might be the one that I put in the bag. So let's meet the contestants. We have the Discraft Venom, the new S-Line DD3, the Latitude 64 Grace, Kristen Tatar Orbit Grace, the Discraft Hades, very flippy, a lightweight Innova Star Destroyer, 166 grams, the S-Line Cloudbreaker that came out last year, the Eagle McMahon series, a Prodigy D2, very domey, got a lot of glide to that, a Casaplast K1 Guild Gold, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. There is a disc review coming out on my channel, I believe tomorrow as you're watching this, of this disc. The Infinite Disc Emperor, be sure to check out that review that I just did. The Clash Disc Wild Honey, this is my flippy distance driver at the moment, and I have the MVP Photon in the Fission Plastic. This is also in a lightweight, 166 grams I believe, or it might be 169, I'm not sure. For this first batch, I actually might throw all of these twice just because I haven't thrown any discs yet today, haven't warmed up. So benefit of the doubt to the discs. I'll give them 2 attempts to claim max distance and then from them it's game on. All right, here we go. May the best disc win. The first throws are done and the top distances for the first toss were the Innova Star Destroyer, the Casaplast Guild, the Discraft Venom, the Clash Disc Wild Honey, the S-Line DD3, and the Discraft Hades. But to be honest, the majority of these were pretty close to one another. It was pretty hard to pick and choose on distances. The Innova Destroyer, the Hades, and the Wild Honey did seem to go significantly further than the rest of the pack, but these are all lightweight or understable discs, so it's kind of expected. I'm gonna give all these discs one more rip because like I said, that was the first rips of the day, so just to give the benefit of the doubt to the disc, and then we're gonna break it down to the top 5. All right, the results are in. I didn't actually measure these out to see what the distances were because I think that's kind of irrelevant. But just in case you're wondering, I am throwing uphill, but with a slight tailwind, and the majority of these are going between 370 to 390 feet. But I am glad I did that second batch of throws because I definitely got on them a lot better. And we have our results. This time it was a little bit more distinct. They weren't quite so close, but a few of these were still close. So making it on to the next round are the Clash Disc Wild Honey, the lightweight Innova Star Destroyer, the S-Line DD3, the Fission Photon, lightweight 166 grams or something like that, and the Discraft Hades. The discs being eliminated are the Discraft Venom, the Infinite Disc Emperor, the K1 Gold Guild by Casaplast, however you pronounce it, the Kristen Tatar Grace, Orbit Grace, the Prodigy D2, and the Discmania Cloudbreaker Eagle McMahon Series S-Line. Round 2, everyone only gets 1 throw each, so we gotta make them count. Let's go, starting with the Hades. Okay, so I think I might actually do all the rounds throwing the disc twice just to account for human error because I threw like 3 out of the 5 of those nose up. But in case you wanted the results, the Photon ended up going the furthest, the Wild Honey was second, and then the Star Destroyer just barely edged out the S-Line DD3. But like I said, I threw a lot of those nose up. So I'm gonna do this round one more time and see how we go. All right, y'all, the results are in. And to my surprise, the lightweight destroyer and the S-Line DD3 were the two shortest distances, but it was very close. The Innova destroyer was like pretty much sitting on top of the Hades. It was just a little bit shorter, but this is all about a game of inches, you know what I'm saying? Game of centimeters, depending on where you're at. So being eliminated are the Star Destroyer and the S-Line DD3, and moving on to the final round are the MVP Photon, the Discraft Hades, and the Clash Disc Wild Honey. No time like the present. Let's get on it, starting with the MVP Photon. We'll do all these twice. Did that a bit nose up, I think. Oh, that should be easily beatable by these two, these lightweight boys. Oh, I didn't get on that one very well, and I also threw it a bit nose up, so I guess that'll even things out between those two. It's a bit better. Nose up as well though. Yeah, you know it's nose up when the Hades doesn't turn. Part one of the final round complete, and the Discraft Hades takes the lead. I actually threw the Hades and the Wild Honey nose up, and they still significantly beat the Photon. But I mean, that's kind of expected. These understable discs, it's much easier for me to get a big flight out of them than it is something that's a little bit more stable like the Photon. But let's see, can the Hades hold them off for one final toss? Let's get it done and dusted. I don't think I gave that one the height it needs. That could have been massive. That would have been massive. I think same thing on that one. That might have enough height. To make things a little bit more fair, I'll have to put this on some Anheuser. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go see who won. All right, folks, the moment you have all been waiting for. The results are in, and it actually surprised me. The Photon and the Wild Honey went pretty much the same exact distance, but the Wild Honey was like a foot further than the Photon. To be fair, if I would have gave the Hades a bit more height so it could have got a full flight out of it, I think the Hades would have won because it went significantly further in that part one of the final round. But hey, big time players make big time plays, and the Clash Disc Wild Honey showed up to play and ended up taking the distance competition. And I was very pleasantly surprised how the Photon held up. I've been really contemplating putting this back in just because I haven't really decided with the S-Line DD3. I'm not really a big fan of how slick the plastic is, but I really love this Fission plastic on the Photon, and just a really reliable disc for me. But I'm very curious what disc you guys throw for your maximum distance, which one is best for you. Let me know down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. It really does help out. If you want to see more, make sure you smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.